Hello, everyone. Michelle, Crystal, Moraine, thank you for coming. Uh, just a typical Saturday night here. Nothing special going on. Uh, I think I told everybody last week I decided I'll be there probably the first part of June. I'm going to go ahead and work April, and then I'm going to take May to take care of everything I need to take care of, which is getting rid of my stuff here in the apartment, and then going to see my family and before I go to the Philippines. So that's the plan. That hasn't changed, and but I am truly looking forward to making it to the Philippines. I'm truly looking forward to this being my last winter here in the States. I'm not a fan of winter. I can I can take the cold. What you do is you get dressed a little bit more. I need to button that up. You get dressed up a little bit more. You wear heavier clothing. And if that's all it is, I can handle the cold. It's the ice and snow. You, I don't like walking in it. I don't like driving in it. It's not, especially ice. Ice is worse than snow. You can fall easily. You can not see the ice and slip and fall and hurt yourself. I did that last winter. Um, it was, yeah, I just slipped and fell on my back. I had a hard time getting back up. I have a hard time getting up off the floor. Uh, but I've had that problem for a while. But yeah, like I said, I just really don't like the ice, and I don't like snow. Snow, you have to clean off your car. Ice too sometimes, but ice can be on the road. And you can be driving down the road and not see the ice, and your car could slip. That's why my car is a little bit better than some cars because mine's an all-wheel drive. Uh, but if all wheels are on ice, then it's all-wheel slide on ice. Same thing with four-wheel drive. If it's four-wheel drive on ice, it's just four-wheel slide, and I mean you're sliding, you don't have control uh, of the car so until you hit a dry part of the road, and then you can maybe regain control. Uh, but it can also cause you to wreck. You know, you can slide into somebody else as you're driving. Uh, you know, because you can't stop the car either. If you have no traction, you know, you're out of control. Uh, Snow, like I said, is not quite as bad, but deep snow it makes it tough to get through. It's tough to walk in. You got to clean your car off, and even the deep snow can cause you to lose control of your car. Hey, Nazel, how you doing, man? Thanks for coming. And Nizil, I'm not sure how you pronounce. I'll say Nizil. How you doing, Nizil? Uh, Appreciate you coming. Thank you for liking and sharing. Uh, so yeah, it just every week I'm getting closer. I mean, here it is in November already. Uh, I've got my startup money, like I said before. I got that well taken care of. Hey, Dad. Hi, man, Manny. If you're there with him, come on up, Dad. Uh, I had supper. I cheated. Same thing as last week. I think I had pizza. Uh, don't feel like cooking too much on Saturday. I fix my breakfast sometime. Now tomorrow I'm going to fix uh, French toast. I've made a video on that, so you know how that happens. So I'm going to have French toast. I haven't decided if that's going to be lunch or breakfast. Uh, Robert, how you doing, man? Thanks for coming. And if you want, come on up, Robert. Talk about your channel. Talk about your life. You know me. I enjoy sharing the spotlight. But yeah, so yeah, if everything goes right, first part of June, and I mean like the first few days in June, I'll be in I'll be in Cebu. I don't. If I had to bet, I would bet that I wouldn't stay in Cebu long term. And by that, I mean 2, 3 years down the road. I do plan on staying at least 6 months to a year in Cebu, but I don't know how much I'll stay beyond that. Uh, I have some dental work I want to get done. That's another reason why I'm working a little extra to get the money together to do the dental work. Uh, and so my first couple of months, I'll be laying kind of low, staying around Cebu city itself. I'm old, Robert. I'm up there in age. I'm 72. I'm not a young man at all. Not an early retiree. Tell you the truth, I never thought I'd live long enough to retire. I'm a person who lived my life on the edge as far as debt goes. I was always in and out of debt. I mean, I've been to China. That put me in debt, but I had a great 3 weeks there. I've gone down to New Orleans, Louisiana. Once again, went into debt to do that. I've been to Montreal and Toronto. Now, when I was in the Navy, I went to Vancouver. So I've been in the three of the major cities in Canada. I've not been to Quebec. I doubt if I make it to Quebec. Not as close as I've been. I've been to Niagara Falls, both the United States and Canada. Niagara Falls, Canada, is more of a tourist area. They got the better sights of the view, the better views of the fall, and they got a lot of things set up for tourists over there. The United States, the falls are on the United States side. They do have some nice things to do on the United States side. I recommend it to anybody that can go to both sides. If they can, do the American side first. It's like I said, it's not as nice as Canadian side. Hey, Julianne, how you doing? And hold on. And so anyway, like I said, I would recommend going to the American side first, and then go over to the Canadian side. Like I said, both sides are really nice. They really are. But if you ask me, Canadian side is the nicer side. So if you go to the American side first, you will enjoy it. You will enjoy it more than if you went to the Canadian side first. You can take the Maid of the Mist. You can take from either side. That might be, Robert, but I'm going to try to buy my tickets a couple months out, so that should help save a little money. But I really do need to work at least through April, and then I really do want to visit my family back. Because I live in New York now, and I'm originally from Indiana. So I have a brother-in-law and a nephew out here in New York, and my other nephew, his wife, are in Florida. Their 2 kids are spread over the United States, so I'm not going to be able to see all them. But my 2 sisters that are still living and my cousins are all back in Indiana, which is where I'm from. So I'm going to go back to Indiana to visit my family back there. And I'll probably spend a couple of weeks visiting the family. And then, like I said, I want to sell off all my stuff or give it away. Because I don't want to put it in storage, because even if I come back to the States to live, I'm not coming back here. And it'd be a lot easier just for me to get a fresh start with everything. So like after I'm done seeing the family, I'll sell my car. That's where I'll get probably the most money that I don't have saved up, would be from selling my car. I bought my car brand new in 21, so it's a 1921 car. The mileage is not super high, but it's not real low because, like I said, I go back to Indiana every so often to visit family. And then I go up to Rochester area, which is where my brother-in-law and my nephew live. They live between Buffalo and Rochester. and that's where one of my sisters passed away that lived up there. My oldest sister lived in Batavia when she passed away, which is about halfway between Rochester and Buffalo. And so I would go up and see her, my brother-in-law, my nephew, whenever I could. And so, like I said, I do put mileage on my car. The longer I hang on to my car, the less money I'll get back out of it. But also, the longer I hang on to my car, the more I will have it paid off. And so that's what I'm trying to do. I'll pay it down. I'll keep paying my payments down. I'll and all that money that I get from over what the car I owe on the car is going to go into the bank to give me money for my give me money for my emergency fund. I'm trying to think of the way to say it. But like I said, you got to have money for emergencies. And I'm saving money towards that anyway. Hey, Tim, how you doing, man? I'm sorry, Robert. I thought I only said at 21. I didn't think I said what year. If I had a 1921, it would probably be worth more than the 2021. A 100-year-old car, yeah, it'd be worth a lot of money. All right, Robert, that sounds good. Now, are you going to be staying this time when you go back, or are you just going back for a visit again? And for those of you that don't know Robert Mendenau, him and his wife, they live in Florida part-time and then in Mendenau, where her family's from. And he does have a channel. He doesn't put up a lot of content, but you can always check it out. So you're going to get away from the winter, huh? If I could afford to do that, the travel from, the States to Philippines for like 6 months out of the year, then come back to the States. If I had that kind of money, I'd probably do it. But I'm not one of these guys with a lot of money. Like I said, I never thought I'd live to retire. I'm going to be honest with you. In my 30s and 40s, I didn't think I'd live that long. I was a wild child, and there's an old expression, I was burning the candle at both ends. Well, not only did I burn it at both ends, in my 20s especially, I tried to burn it in the middle as well. All right, so snowbird, you'll rent there. All right. Now you're still living in Florida, though, right? Because I wouldn't call you a snowbird. My parents were snowbirds when my dad was alive. They'd leave Indiana and go to Texas, down around Jerry's area. They go to either McAllen or Brownsville. They went to both places. McAllen, or Brownsville. I can't remember which one they went first and then the other one. But they'd leave Dad didn't want to see the first snowflake and he didn't want to see the last. So they usually leave in October, because in Indiana you usually don't get snow in October. And they were usually gone before the middle of October. I got out of the Navy. I got home around the 20th of October, and they stayed a little longer so they could see me when I got out of the Navy. And they usually come back in April. And they started going down there winter of 78, or 77, actually. I believe it was 77. And might have been 76. They started going down there and went down there for a few years before my dad passed away. Hey, Michelle, there you go. Put in the 3 L's. So anyway, that was my parents. There was a lot of snowbirds from the Midwest that usually went to Texas. Now the snowbirds from the east and northeast, like where I live now, they go to Florida. But the Midwest people, Indiana, Illinois, that area there usually went to Texas. I don't know what group went to. There were some other areas I'm sure they went to, but I couldn't tell you what areas went where. I do know those two groups. But yeah, if I could do it, like I said, I'd be like Robert and Mendendal. I would boogie over, but I'd stay longer than 4 months. Wow, that's good. At least you got some money out of it. Hopefully that you had it paid off. And hey, Mike, how you doing? Thanks for coming, Mike. But yeah, Mike is a Canadian that goes back and forth. Robert, in case you don't know who Mike, married to a beautiful woman, is. Uh, he spends so much time in Canada, then he goes over. He's got a wife. She stays in the Philippines. She's not. She's on Negros Oriental, if I remember right, just outside of Dumaguete. They got a farm out there. Now Michelle's starting to be a nurse, and she's in Cebu City. Julianne was in China and what was it, Macau? But she's since got married, and she's moved from no longer in China. Now she's Filipina, but she worked in China for a long time. For you people, now, like I said, they all have vlogs. They are all YouTubers. They're all content creators, whatever you want to call them. And if you like, check each other out, please. Just you because you got a moderator, you just click on their name and it'll take you to their channel. And someone will put your just type in 3 L's and it'll put your channel link up. But so yeah, we now some of you know LV Rose Insole. She just had her 3-year anniversary. That's fine, Mike. A lot of people are just here to support. But I'm just saying, if you want to, because I know you don't vlog a lot, but you do put up content. And Tim, I just watched his latest one today. Talking about the trouble they're having over in the Philippines. But yeah, it's like myself, I just put up stuff once in a while. But, it's, like I said, I'm stuttering right now because I'm really not positive what we want to talk about. Now, Crystal, her and her husband, listen to me, Mark, they work together. She'll put up a lot of stuff showing them working. She does some other streams as well. Like I said, good content. I've seen some of hers. Mark and her are raising a family. They're hard workers. They recycle a lot of stuff. Okay. So you had a place in Pennsylvania and then bought it in Florida. All right. Now, didn't it get flooded that a couple years ago? If I remember right. So you had to, you went to the Philippines while it was being remodeled, if I do remember right. So yeah, like I said, I would love to go at the end of March or in April itself because my lease ends in March. At the end of March, my lease is up, so I'm gonna have to extend it a couple months. But I looked at it because, like I said, I want to get the teeth done, and I don't want to dip into my emergency fund to pay for my dental work. That's why I'm gonna work the extra month to save the money, and just so I could get that without having to get into my emergency fund. And it may cost me a little more money, like I think was it Tim? I can't remember who was saying it, but might have been Mike was saying the tickets are more expensive in the summer. Hey Kevin, how you doing, man? Kevin's my Filipino American adventure. Him and his wife, they're getting ready to go back to the Philippines. Are you still now, Kevin? Are you still going to be able to retire the end of this year, the first of next year, or do you have to work a little longer because of the shutdown? Uh, Kevin works at one of the parks. I think it's a federal park, but it could be a state park. But I know he's getting close to retire. May 19th. Okay, cool. And you'll be going before me. I'm going to go in June. Yeah, like I said, I would love to be able to go in April, but I think I really do need to work that month to put more money back. I'll make more money working that month than what it'll cost me to stay here and pay for the plane ticket. That's my way of looking at it. I'll be able to save more money and make up the difference and have a little more money because, like I said, I want this done. And now, not going to be a big difference in the time you go and the time I go, but I do know the farther out you buy your ticket, the more money you save. So here pretty soon, I'm going to buy my ticket, and I'm going to have to buy it this winter. I can't wait till March. I'm going to have to buy it before March, probably in January. I might do it in December, but the farther out I can buy the ticket, the better off I'll be because the more money you save. What I got to figure out is where I want to go because you got to have an onward ticket. I got to see if I can get one of those. But it's got to be a legit one. I don't want to take any chances. And I understand that, Jerry. You got to build up your vacation hours. I wouldn't have enough vacation hours to go. Uh, I used up my vacation going back when my one sister was sick, going back to Indiana to see her. And then I used vacation hours to go back for her funeral because she did pass away later. Okay. Yeah. Now, see, I will be going out of New York. I think. I think I will leave from here. What I think I'm going to do, and that's what another thing I got to decide is I think I'm going to go to Indiana, see my family there, come back, see my nephew and my brother-in-law, and then come down here where I'm living now, see some friends here, and then boogie out, sell my car, and then book. Uh, I'll sell my car to one of these places like what is it, Carvana, or there's another one I can't think of the name of it. Car, but they buy cars and they sell them. And I might even go to the dealership and see what they'll give me. So I'll check and see if I can get the best money. Yeah, June is the start of the rainy season. I know that, Mike. But I got to live through the rainy season when I get over there anyway. And I don't want to wait till the end of it, which is what, November, somewhere around November, December. I don't want to do that. Like I said, I've looked at that. I understand that. But I do have, like I said, I got to decide when to go. And I've looked at all the options. If I wanted to stay through till after the rainy season, I'd have to renew my hold on a minute, my guard card. I'm a security guard. My guard card just ends in November. And so if I was going to do it, I'd have to do it, renew that, which means I'd have to take a class down, another class later, I'd have to take 2 classes because I haven't taken one, and I don't want to take any more because, like I said, I'm tired of working. Uh, and the longer I work, the older I get. And so I'm ready to quit working. I'm ready to retire. I've been working for dang near, not quite, but dang near 60 years, people. I started working. I had my first real job. I was 15 years old, and yeah. But like I said, that's what I got to look at. I can look at flying out of Indianapolis or Chicago, or I can look at flying out of probably Kennedy. Well, yeah, like I said, I have to look at getting into a throwaway ticket. I don't know if I'll get it. But see, now, Dan doesn't have to worry about a throwaway ticket. Uh, he's married to a Filipina who they just leave and come back together and they're all right. Now, Mike is married to a Filipina, but if she's not with him, he may have to have a throwaway ticket. Now, see, Dan, when he goes out of country, man, Minnie goes with him, and they travel together. But they're both retired, and I think Mike's still working a little bit. Now, Kevin, him and his wife are going to fly into the Philippines together, so he won't need a throwaway ticket. Uh, I myself am not married, period, well, alone to a Filipina, so I'll need a throwaway ticket. And but I got to determine whether to buy one online. It's and there's these sites that try to tell you they're real and they're not. They just rip you off. So if I can find a cheap throwaway ticket to Vietnam or Thailand, yeah. But Tim, you got a permanent. You got an SRRV, right, Tim? All right, Mike. But I know you still go to Canada to live a lot, so I, I'm assuming that's got something to do with your family then, if it's not work. Mike has a family in Canada as well. Now, he's not married to anybody but his wife in the Philippines, but he does have kids and stuff still in Canada. And so maybe some grandkids. So, that's what I figured, Mike. You have kids and grandkids you want to spend time with. I understand that. I don't have any kids, so therefore I have no grandkids. Uh, I've never been married. Uh, who would want to marry this ugly mug? Let's be honest about it. Now, when I was younger and better looking, I didn't want to get married. So, but the older I got, most of the women I was attracted to was already married. Uh, so, you know, I kind of went by the wayside. That's not a good. Okay, I understand, Mike. Yeah, you got to be around him a lot more. Uh, but so, like I said, it just. But like I said, I live my life trying to enjoy myself the whole time. Chelsea, how you doing? Thank you for coming. All right. Now, Tim, do you know who Rebuty is? I just watched a video of hers, and she's talking about how nice Clark is. She really likes Clark. I don't know how expensive or cheap it is, but she says that's our new favorite city. Uh, so now I'm with Jerry, Tim. I'm glad your area didn't get flooded. But that's okay, Chelsea. Go ahead. Like I said, I have my L's there. You can just type in three L's and mine will drop your block. It will drop your uh, connection to your channel. But you want to promote a video, you go right ahead. That's why I give everybody a blue jacket. I'm not. Well, if it, I'm going to tell you something now, Mike. If everybody obeys the rules, I kind of like that idea of stop signs. That would make me feel safer if I was driving. I'll tell you that right now. That's one of the reasons I would not drive in Manila or in Cebu. I mean, even Dumaguete, I don't know if I'd want to drive in Dumaguete, even though it's a lot smaller. There are I think they might have one stoplight in Dumaguete. All right, Mike. All right. But no, like I said, another good place that has a lot of traffic regulation that people follow, from what I understand, happens to be Subic Bay. And but how's the traffic flow, Tim? Uh, Rebuty was talking about uh, how bad the traffic was in BGC, how long it would take. It would take you a real long time just to go a few kilometers because of traffic. And she said the traffic just flowed, even when it was busy, it still flowed fairly easy. So that's one of the things she liked about it. Plus, a lot of greenery. She said the air was fresher. She did mention Angeles, but I don't think she'd been there, but she did say there was Angeles close by. Uh, that would be nice. Like I said, if people would start following the traffic rules, I would feel more comfortable driving. Uh, I'm thinking about getting a motorcycle endorsement before I go over because I don't plan on renting a motorbike or anything in Subic. Not Subic, listen to me, in Cebu. Yeah, Jerry, I think all of Manila area is BGC, Makati, Manila itself, Quezon. I think all those areas would be bad in traffic. Yeah, that's what I thought, Tim, about Subic. Because, see, that was the old Navy place, and they had all that stuff in place before they left, and I think they just kept it up. Hey, Hannah Jane, thank you for coming. And, yeah, like I said, it's just, if I'm going to drive, I'd rather drive somewhere where they have decent traffic control. And I'm with Mike. If I'm not driving, it'll be trikes and buses and jeepneys, which is what I plan on using, at least when I first get there. I may use a Grab. I'll use a Grab over a taxi. I won't use taxis if I can keep from it. But yeah, trikes and buses, and if they have them, jeepneys would be my preferred mode of transportation. I don't want the motorcycle right on the back of a motorcycle. Might be fun to try it one time, but I don't know how much I trust some of those riders. If I'm going to weave through traffic, I'm thinking I might want to do that on my own. But yeah, like I said, though, right now everything's on track for me to get there in the first part of June. Well, I don't know. Do they even let trikes into Manila itself? Uh, the mode of transportation where I feel sorry for the driver is the pedicabs. If they get somebody like me, then they're gonna get a workout. Uh, and I'm short, Mike. I'm only 5'8", so but I am a hefty guy. So most of those things are built for smaller people, shorter than I am. Even I'm only 5'8", but also a lot smaller than I am in width. Uh, but now I've taken jeepneys before. I don't think I've ever taken a trike. I don't remember taking a trike. All right, Tim. Like I said, I when I was in the service, I took uh, jeepneys when I was in the Navy, and I wasn't small then, but I wasn't as big as I am now. Uh, Mike, I'm nowhere. I'm only 5'8", and I'm close to your weight. Okay, so I'm not a small boy. Only short. I am trying to lose more weight, walking more if I can. Uh, I'm average on the days I work anywhere from 10 to 11,000 steps a day. My days off, not quite so much. My feet bother me too much, and it's getting cold, so I don't get out as much. And so that wind blowing on me. But yeah, I just try to get myself in a little bit better shape. I won't be in great shape when I get there. I don't go try to fool anybody. I'm still going to be quite a bit overweight. Uh, but I'm hoping once I get there, start walking that heat in that heat and humidity, I know I'm going to sweat like well, as we would say, sweat like a stuffed pig. Because we know pigs don't sweat, but stuffed one does because it's the juice is coming out of them. But I'm hoping that will help me lose weight and get in better shape. I will have to take a shower probably twice a day, uh, but at least once a day. Especially if I'll have to take a shower before I go out. Now, if I go out and stay out, come home, there's a chance I won't go out again. But I probably want to take a shower before I go to bed. But you know, uh, you you got to stay clean. Uh, and especially when I first get there, I know I'm going to sweat more than after I've been there for a while. Uh, you're going to get it. You may never get truly adjusted, but you can adjust compared to what you were when you got there. I know when I went to California in the Navy, winter times, I never wore a heavy jacket at all when I first got there. Because it wasn't that cold to get in the 40s. Maybe 30s once in a while, but usually in the 40s. So I never wore a winter jacket at first. I'll do that after I get there. I'm not taking everything with me. I'm taking two suitcases. Uh, One of those suitcases will have my backpacks, but I want to take my pictures of the family with me and some other stuff with me, uh, and some stuff to give away. That's a tradition in the Philippines. I do plan on meeting a few people in Cebu that come to my live stream. Like Michelle, if she wants to get together, she can have one of her friends with her, her cousin. Uh, you know, Same thing with uh, Anime Reyes. She lives in Cebu. There's a couple others. I like to get together with them, have something to eat. Or maybe I ought to keep my stink on at least for until I get my teeth done and know where I want to settle down at, Mike. Keep away from me. But yeah, like I said, because I like to meet people. And like I said, I have no intention of saying I'm settling down in Cebu. I may, but that's not guaranteed. Uh, I have a feeling that it's going to be a little larger than I want. I think Anna Mae lives close to Cebu, I believe. There's I'm trying to remember who else lives in Cebu, and I told him that not when I first get there, but after I've been there a little bit, I want to get together. I told him I'd take him to Jollibee's. Spray won't work, but so yeah, like I said, and then when I want to go to Dumaguete and Valencia, I want to go see those places. Those will probably be the first places I go visit off the island of Cebu. Off the island of Cebu, I might visit some places on the island of Cebu before I go there. But the first place I'll probably go off the island will probably be Dumaguete and Valencia. I want to go see the Sunday market, so I'll probably go there for a 4-day weekend, maybe a little longer, but it's going to include Sunday because I do want to go to the Sunday market in Valencia. I've seen so many vlogs on that, and I really do want to go see it. Now, they have a market, my understanding, every day, but Sunday's a big one. They have all these tents put up. They got all these different vendors there that are only there for Sunday. They have vendors selling cooked food, toys, balloons, all kinds of stuff. So I really like to go see it. And I also would like to maybe go over, if I can, during one of the festivals and see the festivals as well. Because I enjoy festivals. Dad's retirement journey goes to the Philippines, Jerry, but they actually live in Baybay, Leyte. But they do go over to Cebu quite a bit. I'm not sure if Chris is still in Cebu or not, but that's where we all, or you, I, and Dad, we all met through Chris in Cebu. And yeah, Michelle Life is in Cebu, and Lady E is from Cebu, but she travels around a bit, so she may not be there. But there's a few others that come into my vlogs that are from Cebu area, and so I'll meet up with whoever wants to meet up with after I've been there for a month or so. I want to get settled in. And now if I run into them, that's different. Oh, wait a minute. I didn't even notice Dad here. Hey, Dad.
Hey, how's it going?
Not bad. Is there an echo?
Uh-oh.
No, I'm asking you. Can you hear an echo? I don't hear one.
No. Oh, you don't hear one? No. No, I thought maybe the TV was on.
No, I was wondering if I should put my earplug in, but if there's no echo, there's no reason for it.
Nope, no echo on this end.
All right. How about you guys? Do you hear an echo in the chat? If anybody hears an echo, let us know, and I'll put my earplug in. Or my earbud, not earplug. So how you doing, man? You look like you're making.
We're doing okay, but the weather is sucky, and we've only got 3 days of the build done this week because you can't work. They're up there welding. You can't weld when it's raining and snowing and doing all kinds of stuff.
Oh, come on now. You know it's not snowing.
You know what I'm talking about. You can't work in inclement weather like that.
I know
it's
that.
windy. It's rainy. It's nasty out right now.
I'll tell you what, Dan.
Yeah.
Outside of the real bad weather that you got, the typhoon type, I look forward to the rain over the snow.
Oh yeah, that would be a slight improvement anyway.
A big improvement over the ice and snow. Hey,
yeah,
Christina, how you doing? Christina Vlog just came in.
Oh, by the way, did I hear you mention Chris and Cebu?
Yeah, Jerry was saying I miss Chris's walks, the perch that are area near the 7-Eleven, I think IT Park.
Yeah.
But he was talking about Chris, because the people live in Cebu. It goes Chris in Cebu, the Shell Life. Then they mentioned you, and you guys don't live there, but you spend there a lot of time. And maybe Lady
Right.
E are from the Cebu area. Well, Lady E is from Cebu area, but she's not there all the time.
Oh,
She's
I
not.
didn't know that.
Oh yeah, well she used to. Chris in Cebu and her used to talk about it. She goes, she's at her apartment and she could see the area where he was at from her apartment there. But since
Hmm.
then, she's moved to. Oh, she was on what Sikihor for a while.
Oh,
Uh,
I think so. Yeah, she was on one of the islands. Yeah.
yeah, she was went to one of the other islands and was staying in an area that was really nice and doing live streams from there. But she was I don't know if she's originally from Cebu or not. But when I first met up, or started following her, she was living in Cebu and doing traveling around. And then she sold her apartment, I think.
I wonder if Chris is still in the Philippines. I know
I
his
think they're
wife
probably still,
is.
well, if his wife's still in the Philippines, he probably is too, unless they got a divorce.
Well, I don't know. No, well,
Unless his daughter wanted to go to college in the States.
there is at Cebu Doctors Hospital. There is uh, a doctor, Dr. Freiberg, who practices internal medicine, and I'm almost sure that would be Chris's wife.
It could be.
I hate to go in there and bother her, and say, "Hey, how's Chris doing?"
Yeah. I do have a question for you. Jerry's got a question for you, Dan.
Okay, what is it? What is it? You'll
He
have to
says,
read it to me because
you and Tim, because where do we register as a vlogger in the Philippines? He goes,
I
I
don't know
heard
anybody
after
who
fatality, vloggers need to register with the government.
I don't know anybody who's done that.
And I gotta agree with Tim here. He goes, you don't need to shovel rain.
You don't
Unless
need
it's
it.
out of
Yeah,
your
you don't
house.
shovel rain. That's right. But as far as that question about where you register, well, I don't know anybody who's actually done that. But if I run into somebody who's done it, then I will certainly provide the information when I get it. But I'm certainly not doing it. I'm U.S. based.
Well, I don't know how much vlogging I'll do after I get to the Philippines.
Yeah,
But
I think your problems crop up when you do something you're not supposed to be doing, like Vitali. I think then you better have your ducks in a row.
yeah, and
Otherwise, it's just a way to relay the message to the vloggers to behave themselves. That's what I think it was all about.
yeah. Well, like I said, with me, they want you to blur the people's faces that you don't have permission to have
We
on your
don't do that
vlog.
anymore. We don't do that anymore.
You don't have to do that anymore.
No, I don't do it anymore. It's too much of a pain in the butt. I'll just take my chances with the authorities.
Yeah, that's what I'd have to do if I'm going to vlog.
Yeah.
Because you have somebody to help you with your editing. I still don't know how to edit.
Oh well, I did have somebody helping me for a while there, but now I'm doing it all myself.
Okay, well, somebody taught you how to do it though.
Yeah, that's true. I was watching. I was
Now, was
watching
that
and paying
Faith?
attention.
Was
Yeah.
that Faith that was helping you?
Someone was helping me, but no, well, Faith helps me with other things.
Well, okay, I
Uh,
don't.
yeah, she helps me with ideas and things like that. She gives me ideas, not directly, mostly it's indirectly through observation.
Okay,
I just try to pay attention as much as I can to Philippine culture and things like that. For
well,
example, I put up a new Filipina lip pointing video.
okay.
And this
I
one,
think
I
I
think
might. Is it a short?
it's a short, and I think this one is my best one. And
Okay,
that
I
is the
think.
result of learning how to edit.
Okay, I did see a short where they had to let it go,
Yeah,
but I didn't watch it
yeah.
because it was just before it came up.
It's
So I
fun.
just
I
thought of
laugh. Of course, it's my own work, so I'm gonna enjoy it, but
it.
it's pretty fun.
I still like it when you have Crystal in there going. I'm trying to remember. Let it go.
Oh yeah, yeah, Chris. Even
love
thinking
that.
about it cracks me up. I'm going to be using. Listen, I didn't. There's going to be a part 2 for. She wasn't in part 1 because she's kind of got her hands full right now with stuff. But she most definitely, I will be asking her to do part 2 along with others that I didn't get a chance to ask. I was slapping this one together pretty fast because I'm all about the views. I'm all about the view count. I wanted to get it up and running, and I ran out of ideas.
Well, my last couple of shorts did pretty good.
Yeah, I've been seeing that. Yep, the view counts are coming up.
Huh?
Hey, you know something? Who we talked about Ben and Cebu once or twice, haven't we?
Yeah.
I really, he's real. He's like a modern day philosopher. You know what I'm saying?
Who's this?
I really like him. I really like watching his videos. But man, he takes so much criticism, and I don't understand why. I don't understand I guess people just they love to hear stories, about if you're challenged and you decide to move to the Philippines, right? But I mean,
Yeah.
I point out a lot of times that it doesn't make any sense at all for a person with the income stream that he's got to live in the United States. It just simply doesn't. And so, what are my choices? If you're going to critique us, for the way we live, then help us out by telling us, by sharing your experience, and what you would do in our circumstances. In other words, I mean, if you're living on 800 or $1,000 a month, what are my choices? What are my choices for living in the USA? That's what I'd like to know. And so, what, the streets of San Francisco, Skid Row in LA, where right next to the soup kitchen? I mean, come on, people, get a grip on reality.
Well, like I said, there's a couple places I could live in the U.S., but would you want to live there? Is the question. Would you feel safe living there?
You might be asking yourself the same question, Larry, after you move here.
No, I'm not talking about natural disasters. That could happen anywhere. I'm talking
Can
about.
happen. That's the point. That is the number one point, is that this crap can happen anywhere. It doesn't matter if you're in the Philippines, Costa Rica, Puerto Rico. It doesn't matter if you're in Europe, in Italy, in Spain, in Cambodia, in Thailand. That's the whole. I just don't get where people are coming from,
Like I'm from Indiana, which is and Jerry lives in Texas. That's Tornado Alley.
You're always going to find. Yeah, you're always. Hey, does Jerry have a storm shelter? I'm just curious.
I don't know. Jerry, you got a storm shelter? But,
Pandasol is here. Pandasol. The Pandasol guy's here.
Make me hungry now. I like Pandasol.
Yeah, this is the guy that has the oven on the trike. Man, Minnie, hot Pandasol is here. I don't know if she's going to run out there and buy or not.
Like I said, now
anyway,
if I buy
the Pandasol guy,
I have to do it early Saturday or they're sold out.
Yeah.
And it's not hot. I have to nuke it, to warm it up. But you nuke it and put butter on it. Oh God, it's good.
I've actually seen him cook it off in there. Where it's rising, the dough's rising.
Also, it's really fresh.
He actually cooked it off. That's about as fresh as you can get.
Okay.
I don't know if she's gonna make it. The guy's out there waiting for her. Oh, there's Helen. Helen's sister doesn't want to be in the video.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, she's gonna run out there and grab some for us.
All right. Jerry just said no storm shelter. Last tornado here was near the coast a few years back.
And I started thinking about why they don't build them here, and that's because the water table is so low. You would drown first.
Oh yeah, probably.
The water table is so low
Say
You-
hi, Sir Larry.
How this Minnie says hi, Sir Larry.
Hello, man, Minnie.
Yeah.
Hello.
Wait, let me see if I can. Here she is. Oh, she's wearing her. Honey, are you
Hello.
decent? There you
Good to
go.
see you, man, Minnie.
Hi, Sir Larry.
What is that? What is that?
Your neck.
Yeah, I have an infection. I have a big infection. It looks like a staph infection. I'm gonna have to go to the doctor.
Oh, sorry to hear that. Hopefully,
Yeah, I have an
nothing
infection
serious.
on my neck. It was like I got bit by a mosquito, and then it became infected. I tried to hit it with what's that stuff? I tried to hit it with some the usual stuff, peroxide, benzoyl
Alcohol.
peroxide.
Rubbing alcohol, disinfectant alcohol.
Yeah, I could try using alcohol on it, but I think it would irritate it. I'm not sure. I could try it,
No,
but
go to the doctor. Get it treated right. I just said that's something that you might have tried before you got. But if you talk about going, go.
yeah, I've got some doxycycline, and I might pop a few doxy to see how that works.
I have what they call combination skin,
Yeah.
which means some areas really orally. My nose, for one, and I'll put alcohol on it to help
Mm-hmm.
try to dry it out some. But
And it helps, huh? Well,
a little bit.
this has kind of like stayed. This infection has stayed kind of like the same size for the last 3 days. It's very red. It looks like a hickey right here. See it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you can see it.
you can see it. Yeah, and so it wasn't visible the first couple of days. When I got bit, I certainly knew it because I felt it, and I was like, "Oh man, I hope I don't get the dengue."
Yeah, I'm with you. That's the dengue and uh, rabies are the two things that worry me the most.
Oh, I know, rabies. Yeah, that's why you don't go walking up and petting strange animals.
No. You don't pet any animals.
Right.
Remember, Chris and Sabu was playing with a puppy, got bit, and it turned out it had rabies. Yeah, see him going.
Yeah.
But if you remember that, he had to go get the
Yeah,
shot.
I do. Yeah.
Now, where
Yeah.
does Anime live at? Anime Reyes.
Anime is up near American Cemetery, up that way.
Oh, she's up in Manila area. Then who
She's
is
in the
it?
Manila area.
Who is it that lives in Cebu area that comes into the chat?
Um. Oh! You're talking about Mertz, Pacquiao Mertz.
Park, yeah. I told
Yeah,
her.
she lives. Yeah, we went there. We went there, and we were the judges for her Halloween costume party, and that's where we got stranded in Cebu. But there are not very many places that are nicer to be stranded than in Cebu, I must say.
Well, I told Pacquiao Mertz after I've been there for a little bit, I take her husband, and kids and buy them some Jollibee.
Yeah, that's listen, that's a she lives near Seaside Mall. We've met her there about 2 or 3 times at that Jollibee. It's one of my favorites in all of the
Okay, so
Philippines.
she lives over there close to what is that, South Road Development or whatever that is?
What is it? Seaside and New Star Hotel over there.
Yeah, Seaside, the Seaside SM Mall, the one that's got that big tower
Yeah.
that they never opened, that they were going to open.
Yeah, someone told me, the cab driver told me that tower is actually the headquarters for SM or for Robinsons or whatever it is.
Yeah.
SM. They said that's the corporate headquarters building. I said, why didn't they give them windows to peer out of? Why is it all solid hollow block, solid brick?
Well,
He just laughed at me. Yeah.
Chris was talking about at one time that top part that was glass. They were talking about putting a restaurant up there.
I don't know. Did they ever finish that building?
Not from my understanding, no. The last time
I don't think so.
Last time Chris was doing stuff, they had, and that that had been going on for a long time before he quit vlogging.
Yeah, I think I went by it the other day and it still looks the same.
Now Jerry said he's got the 4 preventative rabies, right, rabbit, rabies. I'll get the word out. Rabies vaccination. He said there's 4 shots.
Oh, yeah,
I'll have
that's
to check
right.
into that. Abby G. Abby G.
Abby G is in the house. One of my favorite
Yes.
people. Abby G from Quezon City. Hey, Abby G, Quezon City took a hit. Are you okay, girl? Is everything okay there? Man, I'm telling you, Quezon City has been getting hit by one disaster after another.
Everyone's, as far as I know, Abby G, everyone's doing well so far. Dan's got lucky. She goes, yes, sir, Dan, everything is okay here.
Okay, good. We'll be up her way in I'm thinking it's going to be February. We have to leave the country in February. We're going to go to Manila for a week or two. I know we have to spend some time there. And then I think we're going to be heading over to another country, but I'm not sure where. I'm not sure if we're going to Japan for Man Minnie's birthday, or if I can talk her into going to back to Cambodia, Phnom Penh, or Siem Reap. And then we're heading home to LA to visit my mommy. So we got to leave. It's our 1 year mark. This is the longest that we've stayed here in one place, mostly because of the building of this house.
Yeah, well, I do plan on visiting Manila sometime. I don't think I'll do it in the first year I'm in the Philippines. I may. I don't plan on it, but I do want to go see the what is that? The Venice Grand Mall, Grand Canal Mall.
Yeah, that's where she lives. That's where Anna Mae Reyes and her family. They're somewhere near there, within close proximity. I really like that. I really like that area right there.
I want to go see that mall. And
I can't afford to live
I
there.
think it's in BGC, the World War II cemetery.
Yeah,
I want to go see it. So there's a couple things I want to see that I'll probably spend a week, at the most 2 weeks in Manila.
Right.
But like I said, that's down the road a ways, probably after I decide where I want to live.
Yeah, we'll be close to Clark too, so maybe we'll get a chance to share a meal with Tim before we head out of the country. Who else is there? Someone else is there. Huh. Who else is in Pampanga, San Fernando, right? That same area. Well, there are a couple of vloggers that are there, and a couple of subscriber friends.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to see now. I was just talking with Tim earlier. Do you know who Ruth Beauty is?
Yeah, sure. I know. Ruth Beauty is, her intelligence level, her IQ is so high up there, and she's on a mission from God. That's for sure.
All right,
That's for sure.
I just watched one of her videos today.
Yeah.
And her new favorite city is Clark.
Oh, because it's so self-contained. Well,
yeah, that plus it smells better. The air smells cleaner. The traffic flows much easier, and so easy to get around. And she just, and it's cheaper than BGC and
yeah, I think that it's because the infrastructure is part of the deal there. The fact that it grew up as an American base.
Well,
and
what happened when the U.S. Air Force moved out, the Philippines went in, took it over, and they planned the city from the get-go how to build it.
Right.
So it was laid out much better than some of the other
cities
that just grew up. So you don't have these super high towers, and it's not near as crowded. They got a lot of greenery still, so it's a lot more. There's a lot more green to it than in some of the other areas.
Oh, that's for sure. Absolutely, for sure. You know what that is? That is going to be, I think that, what I expect happening there, if I could predict the future, I would say that that is going to be the center of Philippine government at some point. So they thought about decentralizing Philippine government, but I have a feeling that once the MRT goes all the way to Clark, I think that um, I think they have government office buildings already located there. So because it spurns economic growth, you first bring in the government employees, they start spending money, and that brings in the rest of the people. And
Yeah.
that also brings in bureaucrats from all over the Philippines who have to go there to attend meetings and things like that. So I see the same pattern of establishing a central business district going on there that they use in the United States. It's kind of obvious to see, and so I think that it's going to become the center of government in the Philippines eventually. I mean,
Abby G was,
Manila's got a lot of it's got a lot of issues, and they don't want to get caught up in a huge earthquake. They're overdue for a big one in Manila, I must say.
I think
And so
California's overdue for a big one again.
yes, we've got earthquakes swarms. We had 2 earthquakes here this morning already. They weren't big ones, and they were along the Leyte Fault. So I mean,
Okay.
we're having earthquake swarms all over the place, not just in Southeast Asia, but all over the world right now. You should see it.
Well, there's a few places I want to visit in Leyte as well. By one place, but I want to go see Marker 44. That's where MacArthur came across. You did a video there.
Yeah, where is he now? He's up there in that same area that he was living in. Isn't he up there? Yeah,
I don't
I
know,
think
because he
so.
was talking about going back home.
What?
Well, that's been a while back. I don't think he went. That could have been just clickbait, you know. But,
Oh,
I haven't watched Marker 44 for a while.
well, he's got a new video out. I'm not sure it's doing very well, but you know what? I just I just can't do the gloom and doom videos, and I don't think he's comfortable doing them either. I got to tell you, it's one thing it's one thing to portray life as being a struggle and you're down and out, and I think that spurns a lot of YouTube views. So if you're looking to do that for the purpose of making a living, well, good on you, I suppose. But I probably won't be watching. I probably won't be
I think there
watching
was
those
something
videos.
going on that had him disappointed,
Yeah,
feeling down because something was going on, and then
right.
because everybody goes through things that sometimes disappoint you or frustrate you.
Well, there's so many haters out there that like to chime in, thinking that they're what I call the keyboard warriors, right? They want to sit by the keyboard and spew their garbage.
Yeah.
And I'm okay. I'm okay with the guys that are patriotic and all that, but I'm just saying that there's no, they're talking about why would you leave the U.S. for a place like the Philippines? Well, if you're leaving the U.S. for the Philippines, you're doing one of the most patriotic things that you could possibly do. They have a very special relationship with the United States that's like none other in the world. I keep trying to remind people of that.
Talking about keyboard warriors.
Yeah.
Monroe had a live stream this morning.
I didn't know. I missed it.
Yeah. Well, he doesn't advertise his. I just had to be on the internet and saw that he was doing a live stream, so I jumped in. I've been at a couple of his, and somebody, I can't remember the guy's name, but it wasn't a normal, wasn't one of his followers, made a comment about Americans suck, and then said about 9/11, and at least we didn't have nine. I don't know where the guy's from, so I blocked him.
Right. Right.
And it was like, if you don't like America, there's nothing wrong with that. But why are you watching things in America if you don't like it?
Well, yeah, that's the point, and you know what I'm finding out is even though people are portraying themselves as being from here and living here, they couldn't possibly be, because if they did, then some of the stuff they wouldn't say, they wouldn't be saying,
Yeah.
you know, some of the critiques and things like that.
Yeah.
You know,
Well,
I
I'm
don't
saying,
know. I can't really explain. I think that I am a dog with different fleas, you know, because I adapted so well, and my journey is not the, you know, it's not everybody's journey, you know, but I adapted so well. I'm trying to figure out why that occurred.
my
And
journey is
I'm
going to
not,
be different than a lot of people because of my age.
right, right.
You know,
You're only a couple years older than I am.
yeah,
That's
but
it.
you've been there a couple years already. How
Yeah,
old were
yeah.
you when you went? How old were
That
you
is,
when you went?
yeah, that's true. I've been traveling here for 25 years, but
No, I'm talking about when you moved over there. How old were you when you moved over?
I mean, it's only been permanently, it's only been 3 years or 4 years ago, you
Well,
know, something like
let's say
that.
3 years. I don't know your age right now. How old were you?
Yeah. So I'm 60, I'm going to be 69 with, you know, in a few
So you were
months.
65, 64, 6.
Yeah.
I'm 72. I'll be
Yeah.
going
You
on
know, I
72
can't,
when I move over.
you wouldn't want me to lie, would you, Larry? I mean, there is a
No, you
big
lied to me.
difference. There is a big difference. Your point's well made. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. There's a big difference, you know, between those ages, you know,
Oh yeah.
as far as culturally being able to assimilate and stuff.
Well,
But
not just
I
that,
think
health
it'll be,
wise.
but
You
don't
know,
you think it's going to be easier for you because of your life experience? See that I have noticed that there is a pattern amongst the people that that come over here. They have a certain type of life experience, you know, and
well,
you're able to assimilate and adapt very, very quickly because of those specific life experiences that you've had.
I think a lot of people, and this is including the people that come to the United States, all right, people
Yeah.
that go somewhere else than where they're from has to have a sense of adventure.
Yes. Yes. True.
You know, you got to have that in you, whether
Right.
you've
You
been
can't
there
be afraid
before.
either.
Yeah, huh? Can't be
Can't
what?
be afraid.
No, that's what I said. You got to have that sense of adventure. There's people
Yeah.
that
You
have
have
that
to
sense of
embrace
adventure,
change.
but
Yeah.
they're afraid of change,
Yeah.
so
They're
they
afraid
don't
of
go.
change. Yeah.
But they'll travel all over wherever they're at. They'll go to different places all around, but they're not going to go like when I went in the Navy, going from Indiana to California. I didn't know anybody, but I was still in the States. Everybody was Americans that could speak English that I was dealing with. When I went to Canada, yeah, I didn't know anybody, you know, but I've gone to Canada with just friends, but there were friends that went with me. Same thing when I went to China. I went with friends. Uh, and I went to China for 3 weeks now. They went down to uh, Hong Kong. I didn't go with them because I'd been to Hong Kong and they were just going to go down and spend a day that, like, 2 nights and a day, basically. It's all they were going to be gone. It's like, I'm not doing it. You know, you're going to be running
Hmm.
all the time. I'll stay here. I'll go walk around town all by myself. I had no
Right.
problem doing that. I enjoyed doing it. I
Right.
met people and talked to them. Uh, but there
There
again,
are
it was only going to be
areas.
for a couple of days.
Another thing, Larry, is there are areas here in the Philippines, as you know, where you can't even, you wouldn't be able to even tell that you left the United States. Clark
Yeah,
being one of them. You
I
know,
don't plan on living in those areas. I don't, but I may. I don't want to live in the bubble.
Cebu's becoming that way. Iloilo's becoming that way.
Yeah, but
Dumaguete is definitely that way.
well, no,
So I
I
mean,
disagree. I mean,
it's it's
if
hard to
in
avoid. It's
Cebu,
hard.
if you live in like IT Park or the business park,
Oh,
you're right.
it's
You're right.
anywhere. You know
You're
what?
right.
Here's you'll find out. It's all of Cebu. It's just not.
Well, no, no.
It's just
I
not
think, yeah,
IT Park.
I
You'll
think,
find out when you get here, but that's
no,
my
no.
take on it.
I think you're right in that it will be much more Americanized or Westernized
Yes, it is. It
than some
is.
other cities, but
Yes.
it's still going to have pockets of where it's not going to be as Americanized.
Well, I don't know. I haven't found him yet. I mean, even we're in the province. I
I
haven't.
don't think where Chris lived at was that Americanized.
I think he
when he
lived.
first did Milwaukee when he lived in the Capital District. Remember when he first
Yeah,
started
yeah.
dating
You know,
Bucky?
I suppose you're making a good point that it's a matter of opinion, but it seems very Americanized to me, even that area. And so
Well,
I guess
well,
it's just a matter of your perception, I guess.
yeah. Well, like I said, I think that's one of the reasons why I picked Cebu. It's going to be a little more Americanized than some other, and I didn't want to go to Manila, you know. Uh, but I figured that's an area. It's considered a soft landing because of all the Western amenities, you know, all the
Right.
restaurants and that's considered a soft landing, and that's why I want to set that up as my home base. Uh, and then I want to check out other places. I'm going to check out Dumaguete and Valencia. That don't mean I'm going to live there. I've seen so many vlogs on it. I want to go see it.
Oh, you might want to live there. I mean, you never know.
Valencia, maybe. Valencia, maybe.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
cooler. But I'm not saying I'm going to. I'm just saying I want to check it out. Whether I want to live there or not makes no difference. I want to go there. It's like Davao. I'd like to go see Davao. You know, Danny and Jamie are up not far from Davao City.
You know, I wish I could I could embrace Davao. I just for some reason, you know, I
I can't
just
say I'm going to embrace it, but I want to see it.
yeah, I just don't enjoy it as much as I do other places. I realize it's such a personal thing, you know, but
Oh, yeah.
Davao just doesn't call to me at all, not at all. And I'm not sure why.
Well,
Can't put my finger on it.
one thing I liked about Davao at the beginning, and that's changed. It was one of the only places that had the 911 system. Now they're spreading
Yeah,
that throughout
that's right.
all the Philippines. So I thought I really that part appealed to me at the time. Now, like I said, Danny from Road to the Philippines and Jamie off the Cuff Adventures with Jamie, they live not too far. When they're in the Philippines, they live not too far from Davao City.
Right.
They're on the same island. So it'd be a good place to go, and I could check Davao out, meet up with them.
Oh no, it makes sense. They have everything you need there.
Yeah, but I'd like to check out Iloilo because of the Riverwalk.
Right.
Really, that's the main reason. I mean, it's supposed to be so clean that it may end up appealing to me. I don't know.
Yeah, you know,
Valencia, Philippines. There's a Valencia Negros Oriental. As a matter of fact, I believe there's more than one in the Philippines. But Valencia and Negros Oriental is right outside of.
Wait a minute. Can you go back and pronounce that name again for me?
Valencia.
No,
Negros
Oriental, something Oriental. Huh?
Negros Oriental. Negros.
Okay. Did you
Negros
say it again?
Negros.
Yeah. Yeah. Negros.
I'm sorry. I'm Negros. Okay.
I need you, Larry. I need you.
No, you don't. That would hurt if you need me. Oh.
No, the Spanish. You know how the Spanish pronounce it. It's.
Dan, I haven't taken Spanish since 9th grade. You know how many years?
We need to ask. We need to ask. Jerry will tell us what the proper pronunciation of it is.
Spanish now. Remember, in the Philippines, they pronounce it their way.
Jerry.
But, anyway, like I said, I mean, you know, yeah, it is nationwide now, Tim. I understand that. But when I
what's that 911? Yeah. 911 is nationwide. Yeah.
But when I first started following vloggers in the Philippines, Davao City was the only one that had it.
Yeah, they won't come anyway when you call, so it's better to take an Uber.
Jerry says he pronounces it like I do.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's what I expected. That's what I thought.
But, I'm just saying, Jerry said I pronounce it like LL. We pronounce it Negros. They
Yeah.
like they. Well, if we were pronouncing Filipino places the way we would pronounce them, it wouldn't be bye bye. It'd be bebe.
Exactly. That's a good
But it,
point.
but it's the Filipino language. It's their city, so it's bye bye.
It's bye bye.
That's
Bye
right.
bye by the
Bye
bay.
bye. Bye
And
bye.
it basically means, and the translation is city by the bay.
Okay. But so, like I said, there's some places that I would like to visit that I'm sure I probably won't want to live there, but I still want to see them.
Sure.
And by seeing them, it may change my mind. But like I said, I saw a video on Iloilo about the cleanup of the river, and this had
Right.
been an old video. And they were talking about how dirty the river was and how they cleaned it up and rebuilt everything around it, and how it won awards as being one of the cleanest reclamations in the Philippines for
Oh, they're
like
doing it right in Iloilo. There's no question about it. They're doing it right.
yeah. But
That they have dedicated folks there taking care of business.
like I said, I would love to go see it.
Now you were talking about Rebuty, right? So what fascinates me about her, well, she's so bright, she's so intelligent.
Yeah.
And she did a video where she
Anime,
was
yes.
walking around.
Pamela.
She was Anime's here.
Pamela.
Hi, Anime. You did a beautiful video for me. Thank you. So now walking around the American, so I didn't realize. So I've walked around the American Cemetery there so many times and did not even realize it was the American Cemetery. So she was doing a video on the secret, passageways there in BGC, and she was making a point about how over here's the rich and over here's the poor, right? Well, there's no denying that there are poor people that live outside of that bubble area.
Oh, yeah.
And all she was doing was showing how people leave the city. One example she gave was how they leave through the secret passageway and when they leave the office buildings in order to get lunch, in order to get a meal, and then they walk outside through those passageways, and there's regular Manila, I guess is what she was trying to articulate. Here's the real city over here. She was talking about the amounts of money that they have spent forming these bubbles around the Philippines without consideration to the poor people that live outside the city. But I kind of was thinking about this, and really, these type of conditions exist in the USA also.
Yeah.
I mean, you have downtown Sacramento where they're building high-rise, tiny condos, about 200, 250 square feet, trying to get the next generation of enslaved people to live in them. And then you just go a couple of blocks outside the center of the city, and you're in the most poverty-stricken area that you could possibly be in. So I could really replicate the video she did from Sacramento, California, and I could show you the same conditions exist. So there is an emerging middle class here, which is important to understand. And right now they're not so visible, I suppose, but you're starting to see that 3-tier formula starting to emerge in neighborhoods. You could see it here. You could see the classes living together side by side. You have the poor, the very poor, the emerging middle class, and the rich and famous. Yeah. And they're all living next door to each other, and you can tell by the size of their house.
Oh yeah.
That's how you tell.
I've seen some of those where they're walking down and you have this big, beautiful house.
Yeah.
And gated and everything. And right next door, you can tell the person, I'm not going to say they're poor, but they're not near as well off as the house next to them.
That's right.
You see that, right. They may be middle class and the other guy may be rich, by Philippine standards.
But that brings with it.
That
brings with it,
Dan, give me a minute. Dan, give me a minute.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mike Smith is in, and Mike, I heard you got engaged, so congratulations. You got engaged to Jen, who's in the Philippines. So I just wanted to give him congratulations. I just heard he got it. He got engaged, and I wanted to say congratulations to him.
Congratulations.
Yeah. And Anime, Tim said he's going to be gone for about 10 minutes. He has something he had to do, so that's why he's not answering you, Anime. All right, go ahead.
Yeah. So anyway, but then again, you have other problems occurring, and that is displacement.
Yeah.
So right, this neighborhood here is mostly it's made up of government employees, but you have the families that have lived here generationally that are always going to be here, and so but they may eventually sell the land because they can get 10 times or 50 times more than what they paid for it or what their families paid for it. And so that's one of the other things that is a reality that kind of bothers me in a way, is that you're going to have displacement that's going to occur, because just like a farmer in some place like Indiana or upstate New York deciding that he's given up farming because the developer came in and offered him a shitload of money for him to start building single family homes, and then.
Well, I can't remember what state it was in, and they fought it, and they were able to stop it. But the state government was going to come in and take this family farm, or part of it. It's been in their family for like 175 years, so somebody could build something. And they got a big partition up, and the people tried to buy it, and he refused to sell it. So they were going to come in, and the government was going to come in and take it as in domain. And a lot of their neighbors really raised a stink, and they stopped it. But but basically the same thing. If you don't want to, here in the States, the government will come and say, it doesn't matter, we're going to take it anyway. And this is what we're going to pay.
That's starting to happen, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. If they want it, they'll take it.
Yeah. And
so
one of the guys, I'm trying to remember, I think it's trying to remember the name of his vlog. He's one of the new guys that just moved to the Philippines and never been to the Philippines. He's from South Carolina, Alabama, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
A good Southern accent, but he was talking about, he says, you don't really own your home because they want to tax you. They do this, do that. So,
Well, that's the point that I keep trying to make to people. They come up with all this bullshit about home ownership, and I keep telling them, I said, you pay your rent to the bank, and then they're yelling and screaming at me. I said, you're paying your rent to the bank. The banker, Mr. Drysdale.
Even after you get it paid off.
It's your rent. Even if you get it paid off, it's never yours, because they're charging you property tax every single year. That's crazy. Here, property tax runs about, for this house, it runs about $300 per year.
And Jerry says it happens down here. The border wall, government takes some property to build the wall.
Well, what can I say? The point's well made. The government can come in and snatch up whatever you got anyway. And that's why I don't fear biometrics either. Because I don't fear biometrics, because they have the ability to do all that stuff already. I don't like walking into the lion's den, I'm going to go kicking and screaming, but they have the ability to do that already. They've already frozen our bank account once.
Yeah. Well, like I'm saying, I mean, and I blame, I'm the one that spent all my money and did all these things, went into debt, got out, went back into debt, did this for years, and worked a job I'm working. So I'm the one that put myself in the position I'm in. I got to live off my Social Security. I got to work till I'm 72 and some. Hey, Minnie Snow. And like I said, if I'd saved money earlier, I could afford to leave earlier, but I didn't. And So, I'm going to live off my Social Security. If I can live on the budget I want to live on, and we're not going to get into that budget here, the amount of money I want to spend. Actually, I'd like to spend less, but the amount of money I'm hoping not to go over, I'll still be able to save money. And for emergencies, I'll have money in the emergency, but you might as well build it up more. There's no reason not to build it up.
Even if you're talking, Larry, I'm telling you, even if you're talking a budget that Ben and Sabu is working with, listen.
Get the one with 800.
Necessity is the mother of invention.
But
That's the whole
his
thing.
budget like $700 or $800 a month.
I think it's less. I think people have said it's 5 or 6.
Okay. Well, mine's going to be more than that. If it's 5, it'll be more than double that. All right.
Yeah.
I'm looking at maybe triple. All right.
Right.
If I have to go up that high, I can still save plenty of money. No, I shouldn't say plenty, but I can still put money back every month. And I'm talking.
Yeah,
about
I wouldn't listen to anybody who's telling you that it cannot be done. What are you doing coming over the Philippines with that little teeny tiny pittance of survival money? You're better off living in a tent in a shit pile on the sidewalks of Gavin Newsom's hometown. Let's all move there.
The ones that say you can't do it are the ones they can't do it.
That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking.
Well, they got one guy at held something. She's one of those that help you get your SRV if you want an SRV. One of those.
Right.
She'll help you get that. And but this guy, he's talking. Oh, you can't live on less than $3,000. He's living in the bubble. Probably got an apartment that costs $1,500 or at least $1,000 a month.
You sure ain't that? That ain't Makati Maz?
No, not Makati. This guy lives higher than Makati. But anyway, he's also talking about going to the States every 6 months and has a place in the States he's keeping. So this guy's not even close to poor. I mean, this guy's got to be rich. If you're rich, what are you doing in the Philippines? I'm not saying don't come. I'm just saying, don't tell me I can't come over. I can't live like he lives. But I don't want to live I want to live like I'm living here, but with less money. And I can do it.
You are going to be, I'm telling you, you're going to be able to replicate your lifestyle on that money. I mean, for crying out loud, Minnie and I, we don't spend, honestly, you wouldn't want me to lie, would you?
Yeah, lie to me. Make me feel good.
All right, I will lie. We live on less than, our household budget is less than, what you're talking about.
Yeah.
That's just the way it is. If I tried to spend the money, I probably would be successful, if there's something that I wanted to buy, but we're living somewhere around that kind of money that you're talking about.
Yeah.
And I'm not the kind of person that I'm cheap. I'm a pretty cheap bastard, really.
Well,
drives her crazy.
The one guy I can't think of his name right offhand. Gojo is the channel.
Yeah.
Jogo, Jogo Wander. His real name is Joe, but it's Joe, but he spells it for the channel Jogo, Jogo. And he's living outside of Dumaguete in Darwin or whatever that's place outside of Dumaguete, about 20 minutes outside. He's got a real nice studio, less than $300 a month. They got a swimming pool on property.
Oh, they're all over the place.
It's got a swimming pool on property, and there's a gate he can open up, walk out to the beach. He's that close to the ocean. Now, I don't want to live that close to the ocean. I've told you that before.
Yeah, that's right.
I want to live a little more inland, but I got to live close to a good hospital. Hospital is important to me because of my age. And
you will most definitely have the opportunity to fulfill all those dreams that you have.
Yeah.
Because in Cebu, for example, you've got 6 or 7. You have so many hospitals in Cebu, for example, and cheap housing all over the place. Very inexpensive housing.
Well,
Well, it's all relative. I don't want to. I don't want to. I don't want to say it's that every Filipino can afford it. I mean, that wouldn't be true. But they're used to paying. There are a lot of Filipinos I know. They pay 3,000 pesos a month rent.
Yeah.
So there are plenty of them.
I don't want to live on. I'm willing to go a little higher than that.
Well, you might be willing to, but you may not have to. That's the point I'm trying to make.
Yeah. Well, I will at first because I'm going to have to have a furnished apartment.
Yeah.
And I'm going to want one big enough and nice enough that I can stay there for a while. Because I won't buy furniture until I know where I want to live. So every place
most of the places that we've looked at, they come furnished or semi-furnished.
Yeah.
So that might help you out a little bit.
Yeah, but I'm just saying though, that you could later on you might be able to find a place that's not furnished that'll cost you as much as the one that's furnished, but it'll be nicer because it's not furnished. So you have to buy your furniture. So like I said, I don't want to find a place that's not furnished when I first go over, unless I know that's where I want to stay. All right. If I know, hey, I found the city I want to live in, I found the area I really like. Now I want the nicest place I can afford. If it's partly
you know what? I'm excited for you. That's what I got to say about that. I'm very excited for you. There's something about coming over here and doing all this stuff for the first time that's very, very exciting, you know.
Oh, like I said, I am going to be ecstatic for the first month or two. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Every time I move somewhere new, the first month or two is a honeymoon. You just love everything. That's why I want to get a longer term. I mean, I'll talk with you when it gets closer so you can give me some names of people to contact to at least get it that you've dealt with, that you've booked through, that's not in the bubble. I don't want to be in the bubble. Hey, Mengay, how you doing, Mengay? But so, like I said, it'll have to be closer to the time to go because you don't want to book that too far out. I don't think.
No. As a matter of fact, you could just show up and start knocking on doors, and you'll be fine.
No, I'm talking about. You were talking about that one place that had a maid that would come in and clean it once a week or so.
Oh yeah. As a matter of fact,
like that at first.
MIT. As a matter of fact, we just met up with Emmeline. We became really good friends with Emmeline, and she's become a really good friend. And we were just having a drink with her down there at the what's it called, the Howling Dogs bar. It used to be the old El Gecko in Mango, and Amazing Philippines just put up a video where he goes right past it, and he says, there's Howling Dogs 2 or Howling Dogs 1. And we hang out there sometimes and socialize with the other expats. I mean, we just came when we were in Cebu, we had an opportunity to meet with her, and she was the one. We became really good friends, Now, she was the one that used to come in and clean the place up and stuff.
Oh, she was the cleaner. Okay.
Yeah, she was the cleaner.
Yeah. Well, like I said, where she works, it'd be nice to
MIT residences.
Yeah. Well, like I said, later on, I'll get the number from you, and I'll call the place and see if I can.
And then the other place we like is the 18 Suites. But listen, it's all relative. If it's going to be a big enough place for you, these places were small. I'm not going to lie, they were 22 square meters, but they were fine for us because as most people know, you live outside, you don't live inside the place. Well, but you do want to go home to. Yeah,
it's just going to be me. I don't plan on finding a girlfriend right away. Don't plan on finding one. Don't even plan on finding one. But that doesn't mean
I highly recommend that you find one.
But not at first. I got to get settled in. I got to figure out what I'm doing.
She will find you, guaranteed.
What I'm saying is, I don't want to settle down somewhere because that's where she's from. I want to settle down somewhere because that's where I like it.
Sure.
So that's why
people will understand that.
I'm not looking for a girlfriend right away. I may never look for one, but I'm not looking for, and I don't want a young lady. I'm sorry, I don't want a 20-year or a 30-year-old woman. Or
That's all
girl.
they got over here.
I guess I stay single.
That's all they got over here, Larry.
I guess I stay single. I'm gonna be honest with you. Won't be able to keep up with them. You know, I'm not gonna be able to keep
Yep,
up
I
with them.
know.
I'm not even gonna try that.
I know.
You
Hey,
know?
I got to break loose. I got to get out of here. It was fun. I had a blast.
All right, glad you came. Made things a
Okay,
lot
we'll
more
see.
interesting. And like I said, later on, I'll have to get the numbers for MIT and
Sure.
18. Was it Sweet 18 or 18 something? But I'll have to get
Be
those
happy
numbers.
to not only do that, but even meet you there if you wanted us to. We love Cebu.
That'd be cool. Like I said,
Yeah.
I don't know how convenient it'll be because, like I said, right now I'm looking at the first part of June. Because, like I said,
Yeah, we're probably hopefully this house will be done way before then, and then we'll be freed up to start moving around. But we love Cebu. I'm telling you, we love Cebu so much. We're gonna put it on a T-shirt.
Yeah. But like I said, I do want to work all of April, to put up a little more money together. And
Right. No, that's a good plan.
Use May to clean out my apartment and then go visit family before I go.
Yeah,
That's why I'm saying first
your
part of
plan.
June.
You can't go wrong, Larry. You can't go wrong.
I hope not. I am
Nah,
so
you
looking
can't go
forward to
wrong.
getting out of here. I'm so
We'll
forward.
we'll see. I gotta go. I gotta run off.
All right, tell Matt Minnie bye for me and wish you all fun. Have a good
I
time.
can't understand this app. Can you go ahead and take me out of here?
Well, I can take you out of the. I can remove you from the stage, but you're going to have to turn your thing off, Dad. I can't remove you, but you're no longer on stage, so nobody can see you, nobody can hear you. Just to let you know, I put you in the back of the stage. I don't see if I can figure out how to. No, that didn't do it. I do not know how to empty the studio. That takes me out of the studio. Hey, Mike, how you doing, man?
Hey, how's it going? Can you hear
Not
me?
too bad. I got Dan still in my green room, but I don't know
Okay.
how to remove him from the. I mean, he's no longer up on stage, so
He can shut his phone off all the way, and it'll
he
remove
he
the
got
phone.
out now. So,
Okay.
but I'll just congratulations once again.
Yeah. Thanks.
I saw the video, and
Oh, you did you?
yeah, I even said congratulations on it, but I didn't know if you'd seen that, so that's why I wanted to say congratulations.
Yeah.
Now, have you decided when you're going over yet, or is she coming over here?
She's coming over here first because of my a couple conditions I've got.
Right. Now, has she gotten permission to come over yet?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Has she done any traveling yet?
She has traveled.
Outside of the Philippines? Has she traveled outside?
Yes.
Okay, because that makes it easier. If they've traveled outside of the Philippines, it makes it easier for them to, get a passport somewhere.
Okay.
Not a passport, but a visa to go somewhere else.
All right.
Because it's harder for them to get a visa to come to the States if they've never traveled, from my understanding. But if they've
Really?
that's what I've heard. I
Well,
can't say
she's
for
been to
sure, but-
Korea.
Yeah, but Korea are at least she's been somewhere else and came back.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things they worry about. Yeah. So how's everything else going?
Everything else is going all right. I mean, no news is good news.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, like I
But
said,
it's boring.
tell me
I'm
about
bored.
it. I'm still working, but it keeps getting closer.
Yeah.
I
I
even
wish I could.
mentioned to my boss today. I don't usually see him, but we were down a person at the site I work at, so he came over from his site, and opened it up, and I relieved him. And I told him today, I said, right now my plan is I'm working through April, then I'm done. You know, I'm going to work through, and I already told the guy that would be the one that's been told that he'll take over for me, that I'm going to work through April, then I'm done. So I've
Okay.
already let some people know at work.
Yeah.
I've told my,
Well, it's just around the corner. She's just around the corner going back to the Philippines. So,
it's getting closer. And like I said, I got the money for to get over there, set myself up, and go for like 2 or 3 months without a paycheck coming in. I got that kind of money in one of my accounts. I will have
okay.
whenever I end up closing my one account.
Yeah.
I can right now the money I got in that account, I can go over there and set myself up in the last 2 or 3 months. I put
That's
this next
good.
money in, and I'll go 4 months or more after I set everything up
That's
without
good.
having to get a
But
pay.
you're not going to actually go 3 months without pay,
No,
though.
no, that's in case something
a
happens.
bubble.
I have trouble getting my money. I have that money.
Yeah, okay, so you're good.
See, I'm going to have 2
You're
accounts.
good.
I have 2.
You're thinking ahead.
Right now, I got 3 bank accounts. All right, I'm cutting it down to 2. The
Yeah.
2 I'm cutting it down to. Neither one charge you international fees if you use their credit cards. Both credit cards are in the bank that has money. So if I use the credit card, I just transfer the money from the bank to pay the credit card. Okay.
Yeah.
The credit card I want to use the most is the USAA Federal Savings Bank.
Yes.
They not only don't charge an international fee if I use the credit card, but they also will reimburse like $10 or $15 a month for ATM fees that are out of network. So I can go anywhere, draw money out, and they'll give me back up to $10, $15 a month on the money I take out. The
Okay.
ATM fees, that bank charges me, they'll reimburse it.
Yeah. They
All
start to reimburse it.
Huh?
I heard they start to reimburse it after 15.
No. The one I'm going with will reimburse up to 15, 10 or 15.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's not so
now
bad.
if you can't belong to USAA Federal Savings Bank,
Well, I do.
okay. From what they told me, they reimburse up to 15 a month. Now over that, you're out.
No, that's not how they explained it to me.
Well, that's the way I thought they said it to me. But
Maybe it's for international fees, but for ATM fees,
no, the ATM fees too.
ATM
They don't
fees
charge you
are
an ATM
infinite.
fee either. Because I thought
They're
about going with the
infinite.
Navy. I thought about going with the Navy Federal Credit Union.
I could take out $20 in Walt Disneyland and
That's
they charge
local.
me for $20.
Now, did you use your credit card or did you use your bank card?
Well, I didn't actually do it, but I'm just saying this is an example they gave me. They said that I could go and use the card, and after I think it's $7 or $15, they start reimbursing you back, and it doesn't matter how much it is and how much you use it. That wherever you're at,
Oh, that's it. I will tell you the truth. That's a better deal
yeah,
if you're right. Hey, Monroe, thanks for coming, man.
yeah, that's how they explained it to me. For now, I don't know about international fees.
No, if you use their credit card, there's no international fees. They told me.
Okay.
I know that. They told me that.
Okay, then you're straight. You're straight.
Yeah. And I also have Bank of America, and on their credit cards, there's no international fees. So I can use either
Oh.
credit card and no international fee. Now, Bank of America doesn't reimburse you the ATM fees. So that's
Huh.
why I'm going to use the USAA Federal Savings.
Yes, I love USAA.
Hey, Amy, how you doing? Thank you for coming. But yeah, I do too. And I just set that up in the last couple of months. About what last month? I want to say maybe it hadn't been a full 2 months yet, but within the
Yeah.
last 2 months, I just set it up.
Yeah.
I got a key bank I'm shutting down, and I've just transferred. I want to make sure, but I think I got all the bills that were going to Key Bank because I had it split between the 2 accounts, my bills. So I'm transferring all the bills to my Bank of America account because that's where all the money's going.
Right.
All right. And then I'm not going to say how much, but I already got so much in the USAA bank, and I'm going to increase it by 1/3 more. So
Okay.
like I said, I got enough money in there right now that I can set myself up and go about 3 months, maybe 4.
Okay.
But what I'm
If you
going to
had
do
to.
with that other, it should make it 5 or 6 months that I can go
Yeah.
without, if something happens, just using that bank. But I want to keep that. Yeah, I will use it to set up, but then I'll be transferring money from the other bank account over every month. But there's going to be more money in there because I've been saving money.
That's good.
All the
Well, you
money,
thought ahead.
like I said, all the money that's in that bank account, the USAA, came from the bank account that I'm closing down.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I was saving that much money,
Oh,
every
then you're
month.
set. You're
And
set
then, so,
then.
like I said, I'm transferring all the bills to that one, and I'm going to have my
Yeah.
Social Security put in there and my work checked until I quit working.
Well, you don't have to tell me everything or everyone everything, but yeah, you're doing good.
And that's what I'm saying. I will have enough money that I will be comfortable.
Yeah.
I'm also, the reason why I'm going to work April, I want to pay for this and not use my emergency, what I consider my emergency fund.
Right.
And so that's why I'm going to work April. Otherwise, I'd leave in May. I'd take April. I'd pay for this in April, get everything cleared out of here, go visit the family in May, and book in May. Like the first part of May or the middle of May. I still may do that, but that's my plan. I may decide to hell with it. I don't want to work all of April and get out of here in May. That's why I haven't bought the ticket yet. I got to make sure that I'm locked in on April. I think I am. Right now, I'm locked in on April. But I may look and see that.
I know a guy that does tickets, and he got me a ticket for to Korea for 1,000, a little under 1,000 round trip.
Yeah.
With one stop one way and 2 stops another way.
Well, I'm not going to get a round trip ticket unless it's cheaper than buying a one way.
Right, but I'm just saying he can give you a deal though. I know a guy.
Yeah, but I'm just saying though, I'm going to want a one way with an onward ticket to the cheapest place I can go because I'm not going to use it. But you got to have an onward ticket, which a round trip ticket gives you that. But I don't plan on leaving within 30 days.
Right.
And so an onward round trip ticket, unless you have it open ended and willing to throw that much money away if you decide to stay after it ends, because you're going to throw away a lot of money if you get a round trip ticket, especially open ended round trip ticket because it costs more than a regular round trip.
Just a regular ticket. If that's all you need, I like I said, I know a guy that if you want to try him out. And,
well, once I decide exactly what I'm leaving, we'll talk.
Yeah.
But like I said, I want to go to Cebu. I don't want to go to Manila.
Yeah.
So there's only one way that I know of to go directly. That would be to fly to L.A. and take Lux. I think it's called Lux Airline. They don't give you anything. You have to go to their website. Because if you go to Google, they don't even show Lux. But they will fly in directly to Cebu out of L.A. I don't know if they'll fly in out of New York. But how much was it going to cost me to go from either here in New York to L.A. or from Indianapolis, which my family's in, Indiana.
Yeah.
Indianapolis is about an hour away from my family, but I could get a ride up there or take the bus up there and fly from Indianapolis to LA. How much is that going to cost me over just getting a flight out of here?
What are you doing with your car?
I'm going to sell a car.
Okay.
That'll be added to my savings. Whatever I
Okay.
get out of it, and I'll get more than I owe. I don't know if I sold it right now, I'd get counting. I would get more than what I owe.
Oh yeah, you got a
No,
Subaru.
no, I owe a certain amount. I would get more
Yeah.
than that over what I owe
Yeah. Oh yeah.
right now. Now next year, I probably won't, but
Yeah.
I may still because it'll be paid down more.
And you'll get extra money for paying it off early too.
Well, I
It'll
won't
be
be paying
less.
it. I'm not going to pay it off early. I'm going to sell it. I'm
Well, you're
gonna
going to sell it
my car-
off. Well, you're still paying it off,
Yeah.
Larry. You're
Yeah.
still paying it off.
Yeah, but well, right now, I have one of those.
Unless you're paying less than what you
Oh,
owe.
I pay as much as I owe every month. It's paid every month. I
Yeah.
have auto
Then
pay.
you're
I have
good.
auto pay. It's
Then
taken
you're
out. I don't
good.
touch it. But see, now to get it paid off,
You got to sell it.
Huh?
You got to sell it to pay it off, right?
I will sell it to pay it off. Yes, I'll
Well,
take it into like Carvana. I might even go to the dealership and see what they'll give me. By
Okay.
selling it back to them. I'll check with Carvana. There's another thing that buys cars, and I'll check with the dealer, see who gives me
Yeah.
the best deal, and that's where I'll sell it.
Yeah.
You know. Happy blessed Sunday to you, Amy. Here in the States, it's Saturday night, but thank you for coming. She's been here before.
Yeah.
And Amy, if you want to drop your link, just type in LLL, and it doesn't matter if it's capital or small. Doesn't matter. 3 L's, and my Nightbot will drop your link for you.
Yeah.
So, how soon is Jane going to be able to come over? Or do you know yet?
It's going to take probably five months,
Okay.
is what I'm figuring.
All right. So she
She
should
might
get over here.
have a different view.
Yeah. Well, no, I don't know. I have no clue.
She might have a different view on how long it's going to take.
Yeah.
But I'm picturing if it runs like the United States would run, you know, which isn't that great. It's full red tape.
Oh yeah.
Well,
Going to be red tape on her end too.
yeah,
But
yeah.
like I said, so if it runs a 5 months, she'll be here before I'll get there. Because
Hopefully.
no, actually be real close to. No, it'll be before because I won't make it for another 7 months. Not counting this month. You got December, January, February,
Yeah.
April,
She's going to
May,
spend a few months
June.
here.
but it'll be 5 months before I even leave. You know, plus part of this month. So, like I said, it's going to be well over 6 months before I get there. Won't be quite 7 months because we're already almost halfway through. Well, we
Yeah.
are about halfway through November, so it'll be about
Oh,
six,
don't remind me. Ugh.
about 6.5 months. Oh, I hate winter. God, I can take the cold. You know, you just bundle up, and I got a remote starter, so if it's really cold, I can start my car while I'm sitting in my apartment and let it
Yeah.
warm up, then go out and get in the car. But I hate the ice and the snow, and you know you're going to get at least snow, and you're probably going to get ice, a little bit of ice at least. You know,
Yeah. Well,
in
I
some
don't have
ways
to worry about it.
in some ways I can't wait till it gets below 30 and stays there.
Right
I'm
now,
tired
it's
of going out-
68
I'm tired
degrees.
of going out and have to scrape the frost off my car every morning before I go to work.
Yeah. Well, it's 68 degrees in my garage, so
Well, I got it warmer than that in my apartment. I don't like cold.
I don't either. But my car is kept in the warm, so I don't have to.
Yeah,
take
but see, I live in an
snow off.
apartment. I have to park outside.
Yeah,
So I have to
hate
go out
that.
and clean my car off. And so if I have to, I'll start my car. And if I got a lot of snow on it, I'll start it just before I walk out. Because by the time I get the snow cleared off, the car will be warm. If the windows need defrosted, they're going to be defrosted. Because what I do is on my winter start, it automatically defrosts my back window.
Yes. Mine has a setup on an app.
Uh,
Is yours?
But yeah, I got mine set up on an app, but I don't have it set up for the front windshield. So what I do when I get home, I'll turn on the front windshield defrost,
Eh,
and when I turn the car off, that stays on. So when I turn the car back on, that comes on with the start of the car. So
yeah, true.
so I
But
don't have to set that up.
sometimes I've had better luck just letting it run for a while and then hit the button and then the frost real quick.
I just have it all doing it when I go out there because if I have to scrape the windshields and the
Yeah.
side windows, a lot of times by the time I get done with the side windows, the front windows clear enough that I can just get in the car and go and run the wipers a little bit
Yeah.
and are just do very little scraping. But if I've got the snow to clear off, I'll start the car. I'll go out there. By the time I get the front cleared off and the back cleared off, it's nice and toasty in the car. I get in, it's nice and warm. But because my car only runs for 10 minutes, then it shuts itself off.
Yeah. Yeah. Mine does that too.
And now I have a
Yeah.
Subaru.
I do too.
All right, I got this Cross Track.
I love the Cross Track, but I got the Outback.
I wanted the Forester,
Oh yeah.
one in between. But I bought my car in 21, and that was when they had the chip shortage. Now my car I was replacing was total, and I did not have renter insurance on my insurance. And the rent a car was costing me more than a monthly payment on a car, brand new.
Oh
one.
wow.
Yeah, it was costing me about $500 a week, about $100 a day. But I only rented it for the days I was working, so it was like $400.
Wow.
And my car payment's less than that for the month. So I got the Outback, the Cross Track, because it was the only new ones they had on property. I looked at the Forester and an Outback both used. They were 3 years old, and they were only $2,000 less than a brand new one.
Yeah.
But I'd have to wait a month to get at least a month to get a new one.
Well, I got a Touring XT. It's got the turbo.
Yeah.
It's top of the line. And I drove the Cross Track. I couldn't tell much difference.
I got top of the line Cross Track. I got all the bells and whistles. That's what they had on site.
Yeah, I couldn't tell real difference between the two of them. Yeah. Motor wise, yes, I could tell a difference because I do have the turbo.
Yeah. Well, like I said, they had two Cross Tracks brand new. Both of them had the premium package. Both of them. That's why they were still on property, because people didn't want to buy the premium package. They wanted the lower package. But for me, it was like, I need a car. And I don't want to pay that much money for a used one that's already 3 years old and so many thousand miles and 3 winters on them. I don't, only $2,000 less than a new one. I'm not doing it.
Yeah, that's
I'd
what
rather overpay for a package that I didn't really want. So, like I said, I got all the bells and whistles. I got the heated seats. I got the
and the nice thing is,
I got the sunroof. I got the fancy rims. I got the leather, or not leather, the rubber mats that fully cover.
Yeah,
and all that.
Well, the nice thing about Subaru is you don't have to have leather seats to have heated seats.
I got leather seats because that's what they had.
Leather seats.
Yeah, that's what they had.
That's what I got too.
Yeah,
but you don't have to.
No, but to be the premium package, they have leather.
Yeah.
And like I said, that's all they had. If I wanted something that wasn't premium package, I'd have to wait a month or more.
Yeah.
So it was like, no, I'll buy the premium package. I'll pay for it. They had a black and a silver. There's 3 colors I really don't like: black, white, and red.
Yeah, I know why.
Well, the black and white show the dirt way too easy, and the red attracts the attention of the cops.
Yeah.
So those are the 3 colors I really didn't care for. And they had the silver one and had the moonroof, sunroof, whatever you want to call it, which I don't use. I keep the thing closed all the time.
You never pop that open once in a while just to do it? No.
I burn easy, and
Yeah.
these spots is pre-skin cancer.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm susceptible. If I was going to open it, would have to be at night. When the
Yeah,
sun's
open
already
it up
gone
sometime
down.
at a warm night. It's nice.
I used to do that. I haven't done it on this one. I usually just roll the windows down. That's good enough.
Yeah.
It's like the black one didn't have the sunroof, so it might have been a little cheaper, but it wouldn't have been much.
Yeah.
But it's like
But
I
then
don't
you
care
would
if
have
the
to
black
put
or
up
white.
a
'Cause they show the dirt way too easy.
Yeah.
And I got the metallic gray or silver or whatever the hell color they call it.
Charcoal or
Yeah. No, it's not charcoal. It's either silver or gray. I'd have to look at it. I think it's silver, like a metallic silver or something like that.
yeah, same difference.
No, charcoal is much darker.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I've had the kind of charcoal gray before.
Well, I
It's a-
mean the
it's a
silver
darker
and gray.
Yeah, silver and gray is not much difference, but
Yeah.
charcoal is much darker. And so anyway, I bought that car. It's been a good car, but I wanted something. I just wanted something a little larger because I'm used to, I had a RAV4 that I was replacing.
Yeah, that's what I had too. I had a RAV4. I had a brand new. Well, I bought it brand new. It was 2022 or 23 RAV4 Limited, and it was
What'd you
nice.
get rid of that?
Why'd I get rid of that?
I mean, if it was a 22 or 23, it was still fairly new.
Well, I had a lot of mileage on it.
Okay.
I was driving a lot.
So you had
and-
the no wheel on the you had the no wheel on the
And
outside.
I didn't like the brakes on it, to be honest. The brakes weren't that hot.
Now, see, I had a 2012. All
Yeah.
right. It was the last year with the spare on the outside. 2013 newer, the spare was on the inside.
Yeah.
But I had the last year of the spare on the outside and it got totaled. I like the spare on the outside
Oh, yeah.
because you can open up the bottom part and that you could hide things down there where the spare would go. It was still there, but I would hide my tools down there and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
And but like I said, I got totaled, so I got T-boned. Is what happened.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
And
Well, I got in an accident too, and that's one of the reasons why I got rid of it too.
well,
And
It
I
was-
could not get a feel for that front end where the
Well, what-
tires were in relationship to driving it,
Yeah.
where
Well,
where they were on the road,
well,
and I'd curve it once in a while.
I never did that, but
I
anyway,
did.
the
And all it takes is one bump, and then you knock it out of alignment.
oh yeah. Well,
One
like
low
I said,
bump.
I took my car into the body shop, right, and they looked at it, and it was really close to being totaled. And the insurance company, I said, "Hey, look, tear it apart before you do anything, because it's so close to being, where we're going to make it total. Make sure that's all it's going to cost." Well, they found a little more damage, so it ended up being total. They just went ahead and totaled it out. And
Yeah.
I got a nice chunk of change for that because in New York, it's not the value, Blue Book value, it's the value to replace it. How much is it going to cost to replace that car?
Oh yeah.
Which is higher than Blue Book. Because Blue Book's what you should get when you sell it, but when the dealership buys it, they sell it over Blue Book. All right? And it's replacement value. Hey, Tim, that's my nephew there, people. Tim Creasock is my nephew, the one that lives here in New York. He lives up, actually, he lives up by Batavia. He doesn't live in Batavia, but he lives up by there, which is halfway between Buffalo and Rochester. Good to see you, Tim. So anyway, the the amount of money I got over what I owe. I only owed like 1 or 2 months payment on it, so it was almost paid off.
Yeah.
I got a lot more than I thought I would get, and so I added some money to it, and I put down a good chunk of change. No, Tim, you cannot talk unless you come up. At the top, there's a button that says
Yeah. Who
Lazy
wants to
Larry
come
Lee.
up?
You punch on that, I can bring you up, and then you can talk.
Yeah, I'll head down.
Yeah.
I gotta go.
No. I got room to bring everybody up. That's all right.
Okay.
I got room for that.
Yeah.
But yeah, Tim, at the top of the chat, you will see a yellow box that says Lazy Larry Lee, https://streamyard.com. If you punch on that, you will go in the green room, and I can bring you up, and everybody can hear you and see you. He's never been in a live stream.
Okay.
But so anyway, so like I said, I got and I picked up my car on his father's birthday, my brother-in-law's birthday. I told him it was my birthday present from him to me. I got my new car. That was on his birthday, and that was a Friday, and my brother-in-law was born on Friday the 13th.
Oh yeah.
Friday the 13th, his birthday. We won't go into what month or anything, but or what year. But yeah, he was born on. So he always considered Friday the 13th lucky because that's his birthday. That's the day he was born. So now, Tim, if you're still there, like I said, just go up and punch on at the top of the chat. There's that.
StreamYard.
Yeah, it says StreamYard, and I have Lazy Larry Lee. Usually it's in orange, and the StreamYard's usually in blue. At least it is on my phone. I don't know what it is on the computer because I don't know. Mine's so far up on the computer if it's there.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to have to run here shortly, so I'm going to say goodbye.
Well, okay.
Yeah, the last time I didn't get to say goodbye, I got a phone call and it messed it all up that I couldn't hear you or see.
Well, I've been going for 2 hours, so it's almost, if Tim comes up, I'll talk longer, but if not.
Okay.
I'll
be catch y'all later.
All right, now take care, man. Thanks for dropping by.
Hey, good seeing you.
All right.
Bye.
All right, bye. And yeah. I don't know how well, Tim, I don't know how well you can see that couch, but that's my sleeper sofa. It's brown. I got stuff on it, though. You can't really see everything. But, so, yeah. Mengay, you leaving? All right, bye. You have a good one. I'll be going myself pretty soon. Maybe I'll give Tim a call by phone, see how he's doing. But, so yeah, it's been a nice stream. It's gone longer than I thought it was going to, but I've had a couple of visitors come up. We appreciate that. And remember, everybody, now I think I will go ahead and shut it down. And remember, everybody, thanks for coming. Remember to be kind to each other. Take care of yourselves. Stay safe. Stay healthy. Plus, have fun. All right, bye, everybody. We're going to end this one. Take care, everybody. Have fun.